Good evening, everyone, and very warm welcome to Asian Town Cricket Stadium, Doha, Qatar, for match number 19 of the competition, where Legends Cricket Club taking on the team Star CC. Should be a fascinating affair here on Sporting Saturday in Doha, Qatar. The lights are on, and flickering lights in the backdrop as well, and gentle breeze blowing across the ground, giving a soothing effect to everyone. The players, umpires, organizing committee members, and also the spectators filtering in today evening. It's a holiday here in Qatar, so we expect good, decent crowd today evening witnessing this high voltage game coming up next. It's Star CC taking on the team. How the pitch is going to be here today evening? It's Mr. Devendra Kumar with the pitch report. It's a lovely evening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium in Doha, Qatar. Match number 19 and 20 to be played. This is the day number 10 of the competition. A lot of work has gone into preparing this particular surface. All the matches so far have been played on this particular surface, and we have seen slight deterioration and loosening of the top surface as well. If we go down on this particular surface and look at the area around good length and short of good length region, you will find there is a little bit of moisture because of the watering and rolling has been done on this particular surface, but it is loosening up a bit, and it means that there will be a little bit of help, natural variation for the fast bowlers in particular. If they bowl back of length region, they will get inconsistent bounce, and at the same time we will find a ball not quite coming on to the bat. So that would be the main feature. That has been the story. The story has been winning the toss and batting first, and that has been the trend, and that has been quite fruitful. So my suggestion is very simple: win the toss, bat first, put enough run on the board, and then challenge the opponent batters. That's the way to move forward in this particular contest as well. A lot of cricket has already been played on this particular surface, total of 18 matches already. So there will be a little bit of deterioration, but what's going to be the decision at the toss? Mikhail Vasmani has been joined by two captains and match referee for the toss.
It's toss time here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Day 10, match number 19 of Ooredoo Presents QCA Ramadan T10 Cup powered by Elite Sports. It's going to be Star Cricket Club taking on the Legends Cricket Club. Captain of Star Cricket Club, Joman George. Captain Showbiz of the Legends Cricket Club. And to adjudicate the toss, it's going to be Aminul Islam. Joman, you'll be flipping the coin. Showbiz, you'll be calling. Heads is the call by Showbiz from Legends Cricket Club. Heads it is. Showbiz, you can come this side and tell us what you plan to do and why.
So we would like to bowl first, and nothing much. We did not think a lot about this. We'll just give it a shot.
Now this is quite a brave decision because most teams prefer to bat first. What's the plan behind it? And also you need to win this game. It's a must win.
It's like last match we bowled first and we won the game. So we'll keep the same thing. We'll keep the momentum going.
You had a good outing in the last game.
Yeah, yeah, it was. So hopefully we continue that same momentum. And even the boys also played really well. And I want to put because it's a very crucial match for us. Last match, and anyways, it's do or die match for us. So we'll put all our efforts into this match.
Any changes to your playing 11?
Just one. Instead of no shot, Jasil will come in.
Right, good luck, Showbiz. All the very best.
Thank you so much.
Right, Joman, quick chat with you. What would you have done?
Yeah, if I won the toss, I'm also choosing the bowling first because little bit of grass is present in and we won both the games, so we don't have to take any risk.
Yes, you all are through to the quarterfinals, but what's the kind of total you're looking at on this pitch now that you're batting first?
Same like last match, 90, below 90. Below 90 is a good score. We can easily chase a ball.
You all are batting first?
Yes.
So you all are looking at 90 plus?
90 plus, 100 is a very good score.
Any changes to your playing 11?
Munesh is out and Anish is in.
Right, all the very best. You look good aside, so keep it going.
Thank you very much.
Right, so the news from the centre is that the Legends Cricket Club have won the toss and they've decided to bowl first.
Well, that's a real surprise here, winning the toss and deciding to bowl first on a wicket where there is a possibility of deterioration and also the scoreboard pressure where most of the teams struggle to get themselves going. And talking about the experience of coming and participating in this particular game for the team Star CC versus Legends, and the player opening batter from Legends, Mr. Gopakumar, is in conversation with Mikhail Vaswani.
I am in conversation with Star CC's opening batsman Gopakumar. He's had a very fine outing in that first game of his and he's making it count as well. Just a good time to have a chat and understand what does he have to say about his experience in this tournament. Gopakumar, something very new, the entire Ramadan QCA T10 Cup, the initiative taken by the Qatar Cricket Association.
Yeah, it's pretty very good tournament actually. This is the first experience actually we are all facing. We are almost here for around 10 to 12 years, but we are only playing tennis balls, and just now because of this opportunity we were able to play this tournament, and it's a big tournament and conducted in a very good manner, and this gives us a enormous amount of experience, and it's fantastic.
Coming back to your cricketing journey, you've played cricket in India as well. Before coming here, you come from Kerala, I believe. Your roots are over there.
Yeah. My roots are from Kerala. During the college and that education time, we were playing in the hardball also that time in Kerala. But after that, when it comes to here, actually there were no much opportunities, and automatically we shifted to hardball tennis. And after that, now only actually we are getting this kind of opportunity to explore and experience. And it's a very good.
Right, we are seeing a change in culture. Everybody is a working professional, we understand. You remove time out of work and then practice and play. What's it been like for you as a working professional playing cricket in Qatar?
It's basically actually it's a stress relief, and also it's a passion actually. That's why even though we are going in the daytime for working, and in the night we were coming here to play the cricket. Mostly we were playing in the Fridays, mornings and afternoons, and now because of the Ramadan timing we are in the night also. But it's basically pure passion. That's why we are keep on continuing along with this our professional journey.
Coming back to your team, Star CC, 2 matches, 2 wins, looking good to, you'll have made it to the quarterfinals. I'm sure what do you have to say about your team and its strength and the way you all have come along?
Yeah, actually, even though we started this hardball play recently, means because just this tournament only, and it's going very well, and as a team actually we are doing pretty well. What we are hoping actually, we want to continue this momentum along the end of the tournament. That's our vision.
Right, Gopakumar, wonderful watching you bat as an opener for Star CC. Keep up the good work and looking forward to your innings as well in the coming days.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That was Gopakumar from the Star CC.
To a joyful Gopakumar in conversation with Mikhail Vaswani, highlighting the importance of playing these kind of matches, and also super excited about participating in today's game as well. Opening batsman from Legend CC, Mr. Kumar, Ajay Kumar, is in conversation with Devendra Kumar. I am in conversation with Ajay Kumar, who is an opening batsman, also all-rounder with the ball and with the bat, and in limited overs cricket they play a significant part. Ajay, how has your experience been playing this particular tournament, the T10?
Sure, it's been an amazing experience up to now, and we just like to thank QCA for giving us such an opportunity, and to play in such kind of a stadium with these kind of crowds, and in such a professional setup. So we're really excited, and it's a great opportunity for the team. So we're all really excited.
What has been the biggest challenge, because you don't play regular cricket here? What has been the biggest challenge where you need to do a lot of work in order to adapt to the playing conditions and also the way you play the game of cricket as well?
Absolutely. I mean, so we do play quite a bit of cricket, but on matting wickets here, and that's towards Lusail. So the turf is a different ball game altogether, and the T10 is also another format that we're trying to figure out as we go along. So the first game was definitely a good experience for us as a team to understand, how to go about the 10 overs. We are learning on the go, and the wicket is also playing quite good. We've elected to bowl today. We think we will be in a position to chase. The wicket doesn't change much, but as we say, T10, it's just a matter of a few overs, for the game to change. So really hoping for the best.
And tell us something about your own cricketing journey, from India coming to Qatar and continuing to play the game of cricket.
Sure. So I used to play back for my state, Kerala, as well. So I used to play for the under-17s and under-25, and I used to play for Bahrain as well at some point in time. So here in Qatar, I've been playing for the last 10 years. It's been a great journey, to be honest. I've seen cricket evolve, and we've played across all divisions. Lot of camaraderie going around, within all the team members. We know everyone personally here as well. It's a very small cricketing unit, but very competitive, as you can see. And I mean, it's just such great exposure for everyone. And as I said, again, from the bottom of my heart, would like to thank QCA for setting this up, and such an amazing tournament.
Where do you want to see yourself in next 3 years' time?
Firstly, I want to see us win this tournament as a starting point, but we would love to see such tournaments take place, and I think having such tournaments being conducted in such professional setups on a turf environment, I think really adds to the quality for players and just improves the overall level of cricket. So we would love to see a lot more of these tournaments coming through, especially in the stadium where teams are given an opportunity to perform and showcase their talent. And I think we're in the right area, or in the right path to achieve this going forward.
Thank you very much for a nice chat with us. Thank you.
Superb, thank you.
That's Ajay Kumar, an all-rounder for the team Legends CC, and emphasizing upon the point that they are ready to put across a performance, and also thinking about how they want to develop the side and the role of the QCA in promotion of cricket at this level. Well, they do everything possible on the cricket ground. They go for the business purposes and then strike balance between work and life, and this has been great opportunity for players from B and C division who are part-time worker and part-time cricketers as well, but they have shown great commitment on the field of cricket as well, and the action has been brilliant, and it promises to be another exciting day in the office today evening. In the commentary box, I'm Devendra. With me is Mikhail Vaswani. Good evening, Mikhail.
Good evening, Devendra. Good evening to all of viewers as well tuned into this live broadcast. A quick look at the points table. Group A, Fatum Doha have looked very good in this contest, but it's open. It's a three-way battle between Bangla, Sprite and Gulfer. Particularly Sprite, if they win this, it'll be good for them. We have the match from the Group C right now. Star CC taking on Legend CC. Star have looked very good with a net run rate of 3.19, certain to make it in the quarterfinals. In Group D, Marcos have been the most impressive side. Look at their net run rate. Stallions, Prime Gladiators, Bhavan, Selects, they're all in the negatives in the net run rate. What an event, what a contest this has been. Remember, only the top two teams qualify from each group into the quarters. Then we have the semis and then the big final on the 22nd of April. We're all looking forward to that, and we've reached the business end of Ooredoo presents QCA Ramadan T10 Cup powered by Elite Sports. Playing 11 of Star CC, led by Joman George. Very fine team, let me tell you. Gopakumar Gopi, an opening batter, who's got runs. Ahmed Shafi. Fairuz Ferry has walked away with the player of the match as well in this tournament. Azruddin Ajju, Anish Rajendra, Qasim Churi, Faham Ashar, Abdul Huta, Litin has bowled well, and Khalid Ahmed as well. Legends winning the toss and electing to bowl first. Captain Showbiz believes that it's important they have a target in mind and chase it within that stipulated amount of overs as well to gain that net run rate edge. Razal Paramaru, Ajay Jaykumar, Jitesh Siddharthan, Jibu Jacob, Anis, Shani Abdul Rahman, Subin Babu, Firoz PV, Shamshir and Jessil Asim. This is match number 19 on day 10 of Ooredoo Presents QCA Ramadan T10 Cup, powered by Elite Sports. Under lights at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Devender, this is going to be very, very intriguing now, this points table.
Especially from Legends' perspective, they need to win this match. They have played 2 matches, lost 1, and their net run rate is 1.43. So it is going to be intriguing, engrossing, exciting affair ahead of us. And looking at the weather conditions also, and also the pitch conditions here, it's a bit hazy, but lights are on, so it is looking quite bright inside the stadium.
We've seen the surface take up different roles on each day. Yesterday we saw a score of 129 from a team, and the other day, 2 nights ago, teams were bowled out for 77. So the surface clearly is adding a little bit of suspense.
Yeah, surface is adding a little bit of suspense. At the same time, the strategy, the lines that they bowled, quite different when they conceded 129. They bowled within the stumps. So these players are quite adapted, playing deliveries that's within their reach or within the stumps. They can smack those deliveries through the onside. Quite proficient players through the offside, but not many can play the offside game well. Yeah. And that's been the difference, big difference between two sides. So Fatum Doha in 2 matches gathering 4 points, but this is the Group C encounter. Star CC winning both the games and would like to win this one and retain that winning momentum going into the quarterfinals.
Legends in the last game of theirs, one chasing, and if they win with a good margin, what they do is they put Nihal under pressure at this point in time in their game against Pak Afghan. and Nihal will then have to win with a huge margin. If Legends can do that today, they would well and truly be sealing that second spot in Group C and making it into the quarterfinals as well.
If they lose today, then there will be opportunity for Nial 11cc to win by big margin and qualify for the second spot in the Group C. Pak Afghan came in this tournament with a lot of expectation. They got some powerful batters at the top of the order, but they haven't been able to deliver the results for the team, and were very pathetic in the last match that they played, with net run rate minus 4.14. So they have no chance of qualifying from this position. But Nihal will be hoping that Stars beat Legend and then win by good margin.
Oh yes, they've reached a situation where most teams are depending on the other teams as well. Though mathematically as well, they have a chance of making it, but they largely depend on the fortunes and the results of the other league games. Remember, each team plays only 3 league matches.
And if talk about the Group D, Marcos, the best team so far in this tournament, with batting in particular and bowling has also been very good at 4.42 positive net run rate. United Challengers quite effective, got great chance of winning tonight's encounter and qualifying for that spot, second spot in the quarterfinals. Prime Gladiators winning one, losing one. The run rate hasn't been quite effective, and the Stallions languishing at the bottom of the table with minus 1.95 net run rate.
Just coming back to Marcos, what a side they've been on both occasions. They've chased 148 in this tournament, the highest that any team has gotten past, and that in itself is a record in the QCA Ramadan T10 Cup. And they've also chased a low total in their last game. They've never batted first, but yes, by far the most impressive side. We are all set for game number 19 to unfold at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Under lights, it will be the Legends Cricket Club who will be taking that white ball in hand, and Star CC will once again be eager to put the runs on the board.
Left and better to open the batting for the side. They got third man who is patrolling on the boundary on the offside, and they got the man at the fine leg up in the circle, and they're sending men at the square leg region, maybe on the boundary. So thinking about having square leg on the boundary and man at the third man on the boundary on the offside, and that's the field. They got slip in position as well. Men at backward point, men in the cover point, and a short extra cover as well, and men at the mid off on the offside, mid on, and then there's a yawning gap between the square leg and the man at the mid on region on the onside for left and better.
All set for ball one. Anis with a new ball from the Qatar cricket end. Oh, immediately some movement over there.
Not much of breeze, but new ball, and if you got this skill of moving the ball around, you can do, but the length was very impressive. What a start to the bowling spell from Anis. The first ball pitching in right areas and leaving the left hand batter movement straight away.
And what we've seen is for the left-handed batter, he's coming around the wicket to create that angle away from him. Watchfully played once again, a slip in place. This is a very good channel he's bowling in.
Excellent start to the over. 2 deliveries landing in the areas where he wants, which is fascinating to see, and the kind of angle that he generates.
It's a packed offside field inside the 30-yard circle. You have as many as 4 on the off inside the circle. A third man, a slip in place, a deep square leg, a short fine leg, and a mid-on. So the angle is pretty clear. Keep it around the off stump and outside of it. Exactly what he's doing, bowling to his field. Off the mark are the Star Cricket Club with that single towards covers.
Good consistency in bowling. Hitting the same area again and again, not trying to experiment with his line and lengths. He's getting some movement in the air, and he's been spot on. Will there be any change for the right-hander? The field will certainly be different batsmen, different strengths, and different ways of getting them out as well. So there will be a slightly, subtly different plan in place for the right-hand batter. Gopak Kumar and Kashim, the opening pair. Kashim has the strike now with slip, man at third man at the point position on the offside on the boundary.
This one coming into him, and he's castled him as well. It's the angle and it's the late movement that he got into the right-hander. Wicket number 1 here for Legends. They win the toss, and that decision has been vindicated.
Brilliant piece of bowling, consistency in line and length and getting the movement. Does not have express space, but it's for pitching the ball in the right area. That's the key. From round the wicket to right, and batsman ball coming in off the seam as well, and batsman not quite fully committed into that stroke through the offside. The gap was created and it was exploited beautifully by that length and the late movement back into the right hand batter. As he gets the first wicket, Anish, an early breakthrough. That's what they wanted after winning the toss and deciding to bowl first. Qasim goes without scoring.
What a wicket here for Legends. They need to win by a big margin to consolidate their position in the points table and just ensure they make it into the quarterfinals. And what a start Anis has given them. Top 3 deliveries to the left-hander batsman, leaving him. And this time, when the right-handed batsman Qasim came into bat, he just changed that line a little bit. Through the gates. Pressure on Star Cricket.
Good, accurate, effective bowling from Anish. Feroz comes to the crease. 53 runs so far in this tournament. And a lot of expectation from him to steady the shift, at the same time scoring runs at a fair clip in order to post a competitive total on this wicket.
You couldn't have asked for a better start. Let me tell you, if you're a supporter of the Legends Cricket Club, they're desperate to win this encounter. It's a must win for them, and they're off to a wonderful start.
Brilliant over this. Swing, accuracy, control, and taking wicket as well. A magnificent over from Anish. It's 1 for 1. Consistency with the right-hand batsman, giving him enough time to understand where he wanted to pitch that ball. He's pitching it up, and then movement of the seam as he wanted to work through the.
What was interesting to see that was not driving length, and yet Qasim went for a drive on a good length, or rather back of the length delivery that was tailing into him. But as you spoke about the control and the accuracy, you've got to give it to Anis.
Like a machine, totally in the place where he wanted to land, what he wanted to do with the ball as well, everything happening for him, and taking wicket as well. Ajay, taking 2 wickets so far in this tournament, has been introduced from East Industrial Street End.
You had a chat with him sometime back, Devinder. Quite an excited youngster and enjoying this moment as well.
Yeah, he's quite excited about the prospect of winning this particular tournament. When I asked about what's your plans of playing cricket in for the next 3 years, he said the first plan is to win this game and then get into quarterfinal, win the quarterfinal, and he wants to be in the final. He's relishing this opportunity of coming here and playing at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium.
Once again, the accuracy this evening from the Legends Cricket Club is worthy of a mention.
He said he's determined. His team is determined to win it, and there has been a lot of planning since the discussion started floating around in the social media about organizing an event. He's been mentally preparing. His team has been preparing in unison to win this particular tournament.
Once again, it's the movement that's troubling the batters in the air, off the deck. That one flashing his blade outside the off stump there. Gopakumar.
We haven't seen plenty of, left arm seamers and swing bowlers early on operating together in the world of cricket. First over from Anish was impressive with his left arm medium pace, and now Ajay with a similar kind of strategy, pitching the ball up and getting the ball to move. Third man and point now on the boundary.
Taken on the full on this occasion. Straight to the fielder at covers. That was a scoring opportunity.
the swing bowlers from World of Cricket, especially left-arm swing bowlers. Wasim Akram, Mitchell Johnson, Trent Bolt in recent years.
Something about left-handed batters, left-arm seamers. They bring in a sense of anticipation and excitement each time they're in the middle. Not surprised here with Ajay and Anis as well. Once again, just fishing around that corridor of uncertainty.
Just concentrating on executing his game plan rather than too much worried about the expectation, what the batsman can do to him. He's just concentrating on his game plan. He has identified the areas to land the ball in and just going through the process of just landing the ball in that area and leaving everything on the surface and atmospheric conditions for the movement purposes.
And what this has done is, it has just brought about a change in the field because of those two wild swings that Gopakumar has brought in the last two deliveries.
Third man coming up in the circle and man at the mid-off position going on the boundary at the long-off position.
What a line he's adopted over here this evening, Ajay. 5 dot balls, and in the same area, Gopakumar has been missing each one of them.
Also the two fielders at the cover point and extra cover position, short extra cover in position for that up-pitch driving stroke. But now the fieldsman at the cover point position is going back on the edge of the 30-yard circle, and extra cover is not far away from the right-hand batter for that up-pitch drive through the offside. Can he bowl a maiden here?
Once again, this has been a top over of consistency and line and length being impeccable. Ajay walks back with a wry smile on his face because he knows the batter has been touch lucky not to have found an edge. But this is a wonderful start by legends, and Ajay Kumar is adding to all the discipline they have in the middle.
Both bowlers, Anis and Ajay, thoughtful about their game plan, and the execution has been absolutely spot on. Maiden over in T10, that's two in the power play overs. Impeccable. Just 1 run in 2 overs. Anis and Ajay Kumar, two left-armers for the team. Legends doing an excellent job here after winning the toss and deciding to bowl first. Ferus is yet to open his account. He's betting on not. And Gopakumar has taken 10 deliveries for his solitary run. Excellent bowling so far. Can they retain this bowling momentum?
What we've seen each time, Devender, is whenever there's a little bit of movement, batters have never been able to look very comfortable in the middle. Once again, both Anis and Ajay have brought in so much of movement this evening with the ball. It's troubled both the batters in the middle. This time pace and bounce, absolutely no room offered to free their arms.
Not predictable for the right-hand batter there. Just pulling his length back. Most of the deliveries he delivered on the fuller length region, and from there he got that exaggerated movement as well. This time around just pulling the length back and getting the ball to kick outside the off stump.
Going for that wild swing, it's the carry that he's getting, and from that length, it's the hard lengths we talk about in T10 that you need to find. Anis has clearly found that this evening.
Whatever the format, T10, T20, one day or test match cricket, this length is very crucial. Once you find that length, then you are in control as a bowler, and then you can experiment with deliveries to get wickets.
Just not able to find the gaps at the moment. Runs have dried up. We are in the third over and only 1 run on the board.
Good accurate bowling is bowling within the stumps. Is not firing it outside the off stump. Knowing the strength of the batsman as they got fielder on the boundary at the point position at third man as well. Around the off stump, that's where he's concentrating. Powerfully pulled away. He got hurt in the process. The bowler himself taking it on the shin.
Just get the impression that Star CC today have just not been able to get the ball away for runs. That scoreboard clearly suggesting they'll need to change their plans or at least rotate the strike. What we've seen, Devinder, the boundaries may have dried up, but also the singles and the strike rotation is not there to be seen.
Not so good if they want to win this match from this situation. It has to be great. Takes the top edge, but there is a protection on the boundary.
More of frustration over there. He was looking for a release shot, just gave that a wild swing on this occasion.
And Michael, this happens when you're thinking too much about what's coming at you, rather than thinking about what you want to do to a bowler. That's what Sachin also mentioned in his autobiography, Playing It My Ways, that he should be playing the game of cricket as a better from non-striker end.
Has he got an edge to that? Yes, he has. Edged and taken this time around. The frustration has creeped in and resulted in another wicket. This is a very sorry batting card for the Star Cricket Club as wicket number 2 goes.
Persistence in line and length again, back of length region, and a little bit of movement of the surface as well. No shot from the batter, just nicking one through to the keeper. Another wicket. So both the bowlers claiming wickets here. 4 for 2, rather Anis getting both the wickets. Another astonishing over from him.
And one should not take away the effort by Ajay Kumar at the other end. He stifled them, he crammed them, he kept things tight, and they've gone after the bowling here for Anis, and in the process lost a wicket. Danger man Feiruz has to depart. He goes for 1, consuming 6 deliveries. Legends Cricket Club have come with a plan and they're putting it in place as well.
This is possibly the best bowling performance so far. If you want to follow the left arm swing bowling, perfect example how you keep the ball in right areas, how you get the movement and variations, when to use, where to use, and how to bowl to different batsmen as well. Everything on display despite having only 2 fieldsmen outside the 30-yard circle.
Oh yes, just coming back to the field restriction, the power play, the final delivery before it's going to be lifted, and only 4 runs have been managed. That in itself is a big win for Legends, and if they can now stifle this batting effort of Star, they are well and truly in command and control of the situation.
Again, the man at third, man on the boundary, man at the back with a point, and short extra cover in position as well. Bringing the ball back into the batter, that might have gone over the top of the stumps as well.
You're all over. Star CC and Shobi is the captain as well, is delighted with his bowler's effort. But for that extra out there, it's been another top over by the seamers of Legend CC. 3 overs gone, 4 for 2. This is a dream start.
Dream start. Ball swinging around, and it's been utilized to great effect by 2 bowlers. With great control and precision, with the line and length, and the length in particular has been magnificent in this this contest so far. So far, the best bowling performance in the power play overs by swing bowlers, classical swing bowling, and that is arresting the momentum for the team. 3 overs gone, it's 4 for 2, and Ajay to continue from the industrial street end.
And what I've liked about Shobi's captaincy today, that he's been eager to attack. He's going in with his frontline pacers, bowling their quota of overs. Anis and Ajay both will complete their 2 overs, and that's what he wants, attack from the word go. This time it's been played towards the square leg region. There's protection, he'll keep it to 1. Still no boundary here for Star. That elusive boundary has been missing. We are into the 4th over.
This has been real frustration for the batting unit in a T10 contest, talking about managing 60 deliveries, but couldn't do much about this astonishing spell of swing bowling from Ajay, also from Anis. Right and left hand combination, but runs not coming. Forget about boundaries, even singles have become elusive things here. 2-10 for the team. They got 2 men on the offside now, men at the square leg and long off, men at the point position, and 3rd man on the boundary for the right hand batter.
Short and wide this time. The batter just trying to shuffle in the crease and give the charge, but that's been signaled wide. The field is spread out, the restrictions are lifted.
Now the opportunity to at least get 1 and 2s, strike rotation, build the innings again, and then look to pick one particular bowler, get 20 runs, and all of a sudden you are back in the game.
He pulls this one towards the mid-wicket region. Work to do for long on. 2 runs on the offing. The batters will complete it. And finally some move on over here. But again, not a convincing hit.
Also that losing effect on the surface, the top layer, the amount of cricket that's been played here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium on this same pitch. This is match number 19 of the competition on this particular pitch. So the ball does not come that well from back of length region. No wonder it couldn't get the timing right through the onside. Now mid-wicket in position. Short mid-wicket for that lofted shot through the onside.
Oh, this time he goes over mid-wicket. Once again, work to do for long on. They'll come back for the second run. What we've also seen, Devinder, is in the first 3 overs when we saw both Anis and Ajay in operation, that wide Kukubura ball, if you land it in the right areas, it does something under lights.
Yes, it does. And now alteration in length, and that's why they've been able to get some runs here, and they are feeling slightly comfortable about playing the shots. It did quite well today evening. The movement still persisting, the 3-fielder through the onside, square leg mid-wicket and long on the onside. The length has been different in this over from Ajay.
Giving the charge on this occasion, the ball will fall in no man's land. Slightly over covers there, and they'll complete another 2 runs. They've been living dangerously. They've been playing the ball in the air, and desperation is showing in the middle for both these batters.
Excellent adjustment. In the first over, he was supposed to pitch the ball up and get the batsman out in that fashion. He was successful. Now, with the field spread, the focus has been on curtailing the number of boundaries that they can cut it off, and that's where he's been quite good with those back of length deliveries, pulling his length back.
Oh yes, it's a tad bit short on this occasion though. This time it was in the slot. He's gone for the big hit. Fielder coming underneath. Wicket number 3. That's a very good catch under pressure. Ajay strikes. He's bowled well this evening, and Khalid has to depart.
Series of short ball and deliveries, and then going with the pitched up delivery. So getting it from the toe end of the bat, and it went high up in the air, giving enough time to the fielder to set underneath and take the catch. Safely taken eventually. And Ajay has also struck, and it is 3 wickets down for 12 in 3.5 overs. Absolute disaster in batting department. Stars after put into bat, and that's what you do when you make that decision of bowling first.
Ajay and Anis hunting in pairs in the first 4 overs. And credit goes to Captain Showbiz to persist with his frontline pacers and finish their quota of overs. Ajay has struck in his final over, and he's done the job for the captain. Khalid departs for 6 and 5. 3 wickets down. 4th over in operation. Only 12 on the board. Star CC are losing their way.
Procession of wickets. Gopal Kumar has taken 12 deliveries for his 3, not quite getting the move on. And Kashim struggled out of the very first delivery. Then 1 of 6 from the blade of Firuz, the man in form, not contributing tonight. And Khalid Ahmed is also out for 6 of 5, for whom has joined Gopal Kumar at the top of the order, where he opens the batting for the side, but today has taken 12 deliveries for his 3, and that's where the pressure started to build on the team.
Fahum Ashar will have a role to play. Can he bail his team out of trouble? Gopu Kumar has consumed 12 deliveries for only 3. Ajay with his final delivery. And look at that movement once again, just holding its line on this occasion. Playing all over that Fahum. They're unable to pick the seamers this evening. Star CC is 4 over gone. It's 12 for 3.
Best species of left-arm swing bowling so far in this tournament, taking 3 wickets for 12. Outstanding effort with ball in hand. Anish bowling 2 overs, taking 2 wickets for 4 runs, and Ajay Kumar equally effective, bowling 2 overs, going for 8 and taking wicket as well. This has been magnificent bowling performance already in this contest from the legend CC bowlers, responding to the call from the captain of bowling first and responding it quite well. In total control at the moment, 12 for 3 after 4 overs here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, match number 19 of the competition, and it is going quite well for the team. Stars, as they are also on the top of the table as well. So with this win, it will be quite an entry for the team into the quarter-final.
Oh yes, it'll be a morale boosting win for the Legends Cricket Club if they put it across Star Cricket Club this evening. Shani introduced into the attack. He'll need to carry on the good work. He can't undo the great work done by the seamers in the first 4 overs. Short and wide, just flirting with the danger line on this occasion, and it's been given an extra run.
It's important for new bowler into the attack now from QCA end to complement to the effort that has been done. One bad over might give the opportunity to the opponent batters to come into the contest and challenge the Legends bowlers. It's important to complement, just to take a cue from the opening bowling partnership and just look to find that area.
Just glided towards the third man region for a single. That's all they've been able to do today, use the pace of the ball.
Pitch is playing quite well today in comparison to how it played for last couple of days. The pitch curator watering and rolling and making sure that there was enough moisture in the pitch to hold it together for match number 19 on this particular surface already. Men at the square leg position on the onside and long on as well. It's difficult to point out what was the main reason behind. Yes, the bowling was spot on. They were swinging the ball around, and the batters haven't been exposed to that kind of bowling before, because they play a lot of cricket on carpet, not on turf wickets.
Gives the charge, upishly played towards backward point. Protection there. Another single. Where will their first boundary come from, Devinder, this evening?
It will take a while. They need to do something extraordinary here, out of the box, to find a boundary, because the lines and lengths have been impeccable. Coming back to that point of getting runs or exposure, we have already seen over the years in the history of the game as well, even quality players who spend a lot of time on the cricket field, train. The professional teams struggle in different conditions when they play in Australia or England or New Zealand. It takes a while for them to adapt to, and this is only third match for them.
This time a very unorthodox pull. Ball keeping a little low on that occasion. Another single towards square leg.
It's about having that memory bank. Once you develop that memory bank, then you can summon the strokes. It's a subconscious mind. When you are betting, you summon too, and that's where they haven't experienced these kind of things, so it's difficult to adjust and identify the right stroke against a swinging delivery. Muscle memory.
And that's edged and taken. Appeal, and the batter is not happy on this occasion. He's challenging the decision, standing his ground, but he'll have to take that long walk back. The wicket keeper, the captain, and Shani are all sure that's wicket number 4 for them. The batter still not ready to move, refusing, and now the umpires are having a mid-pitch discussion as well on that, but they looked some kind of deviation from the blade.
Was there the C movement or deflection of the bat? It looks like it was C movement. A lot of chatter there, and eventually batter has been given out. He's walking off the pitch. Was that of the outside edge, or was that deviation of the surface, Mikhail?
Whatever be the story over there, but the batter staying defiant on that occasion, and could also be docked a few points simply because for showing dissent in the middle and refusing and challenging the decision of the umpire. On that occasion, all he had to do was walk back. But the scoreboard will read 17 for 4. We'll take a look at that wicket once again.
There was deviation. There is. That's for certainty. Look at this one again. There was no contact. He was around a foot away from that bat as he wanted to turn that ball away on the onside. Deviation off the surface.
The batter can feel hard done by on that occasion, but the fact remains is that he'll have to respect the decision of the umpire and work back, because once that finger is raised, not much can be done. Final delivery of Shani. He's bowled well this evening. Quicker in pace, single towards the long gone region. That's been the story this evening for the Star Cricket Club. They've only relied on singles.
Normally the level of umpiring has been very good. It was just because of that deflection and appeal. So that could have resulted in this thing. And 5 overs have been bowled. It's 18 for 4.
No ball.
Was that a no ball, the last ball of the over? Yet it was a no ball, so it has to be reloaded now, rebowled now. 18 for 4, and this is the liberty that they've been searching for. Kumar is on 5 for 15, 1 of 1 for Shafi Ahmed. Who was that a no ball? Then
this is the first extra in terms of a no ball this evening. Second, rather. They've been very meager with the extras, legends. They've been very tidy. Goes big, swing and a miss. That's been the story for them. They've just not found the middle of the bat.
outstanding performance in bowling department, restricting and reducing the opponent to 19 for 4 here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium in 5 overs, halfway through to the first innings. After winning the toss and deciding to bowl first, Anis bowling 2 overs, going for 4 and taking 2 wickets, setting the tone of the innings in the bowling department, and equally well complemented by Ajay Kumar, bowling 2 overs, taking 1 wicket for 8 and bowling mid as well, and Shani conceding 7 and taking wickets. So 3 bowlers have been introduced, all of them successful in taking wickets.
At the halfway stage in their innings, they've managed only 19 runs, gives you an indication how much it's been a struggle for them. They're still to find that elusive boundary. Forget about the big hits. Just talk about the decision at the toss. What a move it's turned out to be for Showbiz, because his boys have responded. Very big match for them in context to their journey in this particular tournament.
Subin has been bowling superbly well, taking wickets as well. 5 wickets already in this tournament, and a lot of experience with his spin. Introduction of spin, will that alter the fortune for the team? Star CC.
They need a move on from here. They need Mr. 360 in the middle. Star Cricket Club, one of the best teams in the tournament, are finding themselves in a precarious situation. Tossed up, goes big on this occasion, and he's cleared it in emphatic style. He screamed it over the long on region, and this is the first boundary /6 for the Star CC.
They needed to do something different against the spinners from round the wicket. Lovely tossed up delivery, and hikes it over that fielder at mid-wicket position for his 6. Good connection, ball travelling all the way for his 6, and good start to the over as well, attacking the spinner from the word go.
Pressure on Subin. Another tossed up delivery down the ground, this time straight past the bowler.
Another tossed up delivery, slightly wider outside the off stump. Wanted to entice the batsman into playing another stroke, a misadventurous stroke, but that time around is coming in from the toe end of the bat and the ball travelling along the carpet.
Long gone mid-wicket and a deep square leg in position for the left-handed batter. This time he plays it towards the cover point region. There's protection there, single again. Some move on here. This will be a good over for Star CC.
6 and single, and Kumar is still there on 6 of 17 deliveries. Can you believe it? Came out to open the batting. Really struggled. Shafi is batting on 8 of 3.
quicker this time down the leg. Oh, yes and no, almost a wicket in the form of a run out. We talk about the dot ball percentage. This particular game will have a lot of it, courtesy the amount of balls consumed by the batters in the middle.
Especially from Gopakumar, openers, they are complete batsmen. They're supposed to rotate the strikes if the runs are not coming in form of boundaries. This time he lifts the ball over. There's a fielder at mid-wicket, but he's a mere spectator. 6. Second 6 of the over.
Bowling round the wickets this time around into the right-handed batter, playing into him, stand and deliver in the slot, and that's been punished. Muscle towards the cow corner region. What a shot. 2 release shots in this very over will just ease the pressure of the Star Cricket Club.
He's still persisting with that round the wicket bowling, mid-wicket, and square leg is also going slightly wider there. This time drives the ball hard. There's a protection of the sweeper on the offside. There will be a single. This has been a profitable over from Star's perspective. 15 coming from it. It's 34 for 4.
The best over, that Manhattan that you can see in the 6th over, clearly suggests that after a lull there was a little bit of a storm, and that came courtesy some very fine hitting in the middle. 2 sixes coming in that 6th over, just giving Star CC some hope. Our title sponsors, Ooredoo, what a fine job they've done coming as patrons and supporting the domestic structure in Qatar cricket, and everyone's appreciating their wonderful gesture of just being around and creating a wonderful concept of the Ramadan T10 Cup, which is also powered by Elite Sports.
Total of 16 teams participating for 16 days. 31 league matches in the final. Plenty of cricket. 16 teams in Qatar in B and C division. A lot of teams.
Shamsher to bowl the 7th over. Still things very much under control here for Legend CC. What they've done really well is kept things tight, but for the last over where they conceded 15, Shafi on the other hand is the man who's decided to take things in his own hand.
15 of 6. Will he continue to bat in similar tempo? They got a man at extra cover and cover point inside the circle. This time he hits it down the ground, flat, and magnificent strike for 6.
This by far is the shot of the evening. Just look at the way he's launched into this one, giving the charge over the side screen, getting the middle of the bat. That was powered. He's looking dangerous. Gopakumar may have consumed 17 deliveries for a 6, but batting on a different platform is Shafi, who's consumed 7 and hit 21.
Brilliant counter-attacking innings so far from Shafi, getting 21 of 7 deliveries. That's 6. Maintaining his shape despite coming down the pitch, his head position and the movement at the crease is coming out of the crease, and then making sure that he managed to hit that one straight down the ground without losing his shape.
Ever since Shafi has come, he's hit 3 sixes in the middle. This was tossed up and played towards the mid-wicket region. Just leaned into it and launched it as well over the cow corner region. That was 6 number 1. And then in the very same over, stand and deliver with the turn and angle. He just got bat to ball and muscled that again in the same region, the cow corner. And this time just dancing down the track to the pacer, giving the charge and going full throttle, and look at that bat swing. This time in the slot, played towards long on. We are back live, nicely fielded. They're looking for the second, but they'll settle for 1.
A couple of pitches, his head position, the moment he makes that contact for big booming shots, and also bat speed.
That's the most important part of hitting, the bat speed. And if batters can get that going, the ball will travel at a different speed altogether.
Got the man at the third man position on the boundary on the offside, man at the point position as well, and we got a man. up at the backward point position inside the 30-yard circle as well. Man at the extra cover on the offside, long off. Man at the long on position, mid wicket on the boundary, and the square leg is on the boundary as well, on the onside.
Down the ground for a single towards long off. So Gopu Kumar will not be finding the big hits, but what he's doing smartly is giving the strike. Oh, this is poor cricket. What was one becomes two. Sloppy fielding, sloppy work behind the stumps by the wicketkeeper.
15 coming from the previous over. And this over also they've been able to get some runs here, 6 and 2. 8 runs, 9 runs already from this over. So 2 back-to-back productive overs for Stars. Gopu Kumar. Is he also thinking about joining the party?
Slow through the air, trapped in front, the finger is raised, and Gopu Kumar's struggle in the middle comes to an end finally. This time very smart bowling by Shamsher, just took the pace off the ball, and he was caught right in front.
Trying to get out of the jail to a straight delivery, good accurate bowling. From round the wicket, looking to play it across the line, was found in front. Umpire took his time before he made the decision of giving the batsman out. The finger is raised, and Shamsher also struck. All the bowlers introduced so far, apart from the off spinner, have been able to make impact in play. It's 43 for 5 as Gopu Kumar struggle ends for 8 of 19 is out. LBW bowled Shamsher. 43 for 5. Shafi is betting on 22 of 8. He's the only one who's giving a little bit of hope for the team to put a competitive total, maybe around 90 on this board. On the board, if they get to 90, 80 and 90, they will have something to defend it.
If they have to get to that total, it'll all depend on how long Shafi is going to stay in the middle, and he'll need support at the other end. Lithin makes his way to the middle. Shamsher has just struck in his fourth delivery just when Star Cricket were finding a move on. They've lost a wicket.
Lithin, new batter at the crease. His focus should be of rotating strike and feeding strike back to Shafi. The way he's been able to play these shots.
Found a very nice line and length here, Shamsher. The good thing for him is that the left-hand, right-hand combination, that partnership has been broken. Now he can settle to a line and length at this point in time. And what Lithin has to do is just take a single and give strike to his more accomplished partner.
Is he thinking about taking single? Is he thinking about getting boundaries for himself? This time works through the onside to a slower delivery. Good intelligent bowling. Contrasting overs so far from Shamsher, conceding 9 runs and taking wicket as well. So 7 overs have been bowled here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. After put into bat first, Star CC, apart from Shafi, 22 of 8. Nobody has made any kind of impression with bat in hand in this innings so far. Can they get to 70 from here on?
18 deliveries left. Shafi's stay will decide their total in the middle, but take a look at that bowling performance of Anis and Ajay Kumar. In the 4 overs together, they've given only 12 runs and taken 3 wickets. This has been a top partnership in the bowling department. Shani looked good for his 1 over, got a wicket as well. Subin was costly, giving away 15. Shamsher too went for 9, but he got an important wicket of Gopu. Goes big this time, misses everything. The stumps, the wicketkeeper going towards the fine leg boundary. The fielder will cut it off. The batsman will come for the second.
So Subin, who went for 15 from the previous over, has been replaced by Shobis. Captain of the side, looking to exercise control over the proceeding, taking 2 runs of his first delivery. 5 wickets already in this tournament. And it's been given out, stumped on the second attempt. The wicketkeeper missing it on the first attempt, but was successful because batsman was way down the pitch. No time for recovery for him.
Oh yes, he just gave the charge without even getting to the pitch of the ball, went for glory, went for the big heave. And the wicket-keeper there, just in time, knocks off the bails. Another wicket goes. This time it's Shafi who departs, and this is a body blow to Star Cricket's chances as far as that total is concerned. He was looking so good in the middle. His cameo of 22 and 10 comes to an end. Russell with that stumping, Showbiz the captain introducing himself and immediately getting a breakthrough. 6 wickets down, 45 on the board. Star Cricket are not looking good here in terms of a sizable total.
And it's the 6th wicket in the tournament for Showbiz as well, taking wicket in his first over. Apart from Subin, almost every bowler has been able to make big impression here with ball in hand. This has been complete team performance in the bowling department, and the catching has been safe. Abdul Natha comes to the crease.
Just get the impression that now the lower order is being exposed of Star Cricket. They've not been in the situation before. Once again going for that big hit. Was it drifting down leg? A loud appeal there by Showbiz. Very close to becoming wicket number 2 for him.
Slow through the air. Was committed to play the shot through the onside, but length was impeccable on that occasion and was certainly drifting down the leg side. So good call from the umpire.
Once again throwing the kitchen sink at this one. Just across batted, and they complete 1 run in the process. A lot of yes and no in that.
Hesitation. There was a chance to get a wicket in form of run out as well. How close was that? With a better accurate throw, they could have taken the wicket as well in form of run out. A lot of confusion and thinking about getting that run, and eventually just getting a single in the process.
Every bowler has come out with a plan this evening. Kept things very tight. Tossed up this time, just trying to cut it, too close to cut. Just playing the wrong length as well on this occasion.
It's a lovely evening here, Saturday evening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium in Doha, Qatar. Match number 19 of the competition is Star CC put into bat. Wobbling at the moment, 47 for 6. If it was not for Shafi's batting, this would have been called as an embarrassing performance with bat in hand.
Yes, you minus the 20 from Shafi's bat, and that's 27 for 6. He's just added some respectability, if not hope, to that total of theirs. And this has been a bowling performance that can easily warrant a place in their dugout as well, on the wall of their dugout. Anis and Ajay Kumar, 12 runs in their 4 overs with 3 wickets. Shani 1 for 7, Shamsher 1 for 9. Both of them in their 2 overs giving away only 16 and taking 2 wickets again. And Showbiz as well in his 1 over, only 1 run and a wicket. This has been a magical bowling performance by the Legends Cricket Club.
And especially in first 4 overs with field restrictions in first 3 overs. Bowling from Anish and Ajay was a classic piece of left arm swing bowling in T10 contest. And he is the bowler by down the ground for a single.
Very good fielding effort. It was hit much straighter on this occasion. The fielder had to cover ground, keeping that to a single when the batters were looking for 2. Some intent shown here by Star Cricket.
Trying to whack the ball through the onside. Missing the line, and it's a wide as well down the leg side. Shani taking 1 wicket as well, 1 for 9.
Shani just trying extra hard over here, going for that extra pace as well. He needs to just release the ball. We've seen what the ball does when released. Anis and Ajay brought a very fine exhibition of swing bowling this evening.
Pulled away, straight to the man, direct hit. Needed there to get a wicket.
That was suicidal once again, but they had committed into that one. And a direct hit would have certainly created a few opportunities. Just about it, crawling towards that 50-run mark in the 9th over. Star Cricket that tells their story in the middle. Well documented this evening. The runs have just not come.
Is this a boundary ball? Beaten again. A little bit of extra bounce.
It's just lacked the plan over here. Star Cricket just not been able to understand their shot selection this evening. Of course, not taking any credit away from the bowling of Legends.
Bowling the first 4 overs understandable because of the nature of the surface and nature of swing bowling. But after that, they could have handled the phase differently.
Cramping him for room. That's been played towards the short mid-wicket region. Eyeing the second. This is very good running. They'll complete it without any fuss.
Could not recover from that disastrous start in the first 4 overs. 52 for 6. Apart from that over of Subin, where he conceded 15 runs, and also batting performance from Shafi. Nothing so encouraging in the batting department.
Litton on strike. Gives the charge again. Another swing, another miss. They're going for those wild swings all evening and they've just not connected.
Outstanding bowling in a T10 contest. Dropping it short, still not allowing the batter to go away with anything. And that has been the story so far in the last couple of overs, in particular the length. Third man is on the boundary, man at the backward point on the boundary as well, on the offside. This time he gets a top edge. Wants the second run. Hesitation. There was opportunity to go back for the second with a bit more intent in running between the wicket, but intent was the one thing that has been missing since the start of the innings in the batting department.
And the execution as well. 9 overs gone, 53 for 6. What a toss to win here for Legends this evening. The captain Shobi stating that they are here with a plan. Litton and Abdul in the middle at the moment. 5 and 1 for them, but otherwise look at that batting card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Failed to get into double figures. Shafi came in and played a cameo. He departed, and once again the struggle is well documented.
Joman George, Azharuddin and Anis to come. Last over of the first innings here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium in match number 19. Legend CC taking on the team Star CC. And Star CC in all sorts of trouble. Shobi is the captain with the final over, taking wicket in the first over, just conceding single. They got men at the long off and long on position down the ground. That's where they fancy those shots. How many boundaries from this over, Mikhail?
Don't think any of them are coming at this point in time because they've just not been able to play to a plan this evening. Star Cricket, Shobi is to bowl the final over. His captain decides very well this evening. Oh, you miss, I hit, exposing his 3 stumps. That was short, going for glory, playing across the line, and Litton has played an horrendous shot in the middle.
Clever bowling, taking the man from the fine leg region out, putting him at the square position, so giving the temptation to the batsman to play it across the line to get the boundary away. This stump to stump line, ball is skidding off the surface and trying to play it across the line. He's been castled. Good, intelligent bowling from Shobi. Is taking his second wicket today evening here, and starvation of run continues. Litton goes for 5, and it's the wicket number 7 for the team to celebrate. 53 for 7. Legends outstanding in bowling department, and the story continues.
Only one word describes his bowling performance. Discipline is what the Legends bowling can be termed this evening. Azharuddin in the middle, 5 to go. Another cross-batted shot, this time a single towards mid-wicket. Hardly seen any shot going on the offside this evening. everything played towards that mid-wicket long on region.
Around 90% runs have been scored through the onside. Look at the boundaries, amount of boundaries scored also. Straight down the ground. The majority of runs, the bulk of runs coming from the blade of Shafi. Otherwise, everyone looked at sea against good disciplined bowling. Again, trying to play it across the line. Chance for run out. Bit late in releasing the ball.
That's where Russell should be very, very tight behind the stumps and tidy. He cannot offer freebies at a time when the Star Cricket team is not being able to get runs from the bat.
Here is again Shobits into bowl to Azharuddin, and Azharuddin is hitting it down the ground. There is a man just landing in front of him, and they will go back for the second. The throw is good, but running between the wickets as well.
Yeah, the fielder just taking a little time to get behind that and release the ball, and in the process the batter's getting some time as well to complete the second run. And in the process the fielder may have also hurt himself there. He's down on the ground, maybe just cramping at this point in time.
Struggling at the moment, not on feet, on the ground, needs some assistance from his partner. Medical team will also reach there to assess his condition. Can be because of the cramp. It's very humid. It's been very humid day today here at Doha, Qatar. Hydration, also the fasting. A lot goes into before playing the game of cricket.
It's covered. That camera is covered. Just soon after releasing that throw, the fielder was down. That's because he may have just cramped. Yes, you talk about hydration during this holy month of Ramadan. Never easy for working professionals, dabbling between different roles and then coming out here to play as well. It can be a very demanding setup. What they need to do is with 4 deliveries, with 2 deliveries left, they need to substitute the fielder, get another one and finish off with the 10 overs.
Yeah, time management is key thing here, and recognizing that he can't be there in the field, they can easily put a fielder in there as he will be treated on the sidelines. With only 2 deliveries to go in this innings, it's important from umpiring perspective as well to take note of the utilization of the time, how much time they can give for that player to recover. It requires a little bit of work from the physio, and hence the umpires walking all the way to the boundary, assessing the condition of the injury, and now returning to resume their duties, and there will be substitute fielder on to complete this first innings. .57 for 7.
They have just capitulated this evening, Star Cricket Club. One of the informed sides, most impressive sides. And what it does is it also beats the net run rate. The net run rate takes a huge beating after this performance.
Here is Shobis to Azharuddin. And Azharuddin is getting full delivery, gets the edge. It's going fine. Long chase from the fielder. And the batters will be through for 2 more runs. Maybe the fumble will result in 3rd run. Just containing eventually for 2.
Once again, Russell, the wicket keeper, allowing freebies behind the stumps. We cannot afford this. They've done so well this evening. They've been so tidy with the ball. Hardly any extras. And Shobis has captained his side very well. We are all set for the final delivery.
Hits it to the fielder. Oh, there was misfielding on the boundary. Could not sight the ball coming at him. Powerfully struck a boundary. That was the only blemish in the field today evening. After deciding to bowl first, the bowlers were magnificent. A lofted stroke was taken by surprise with ball coming down.
Yes, just losing the ball under lights over there, but I just felt he had committed too much into that and was in 2 minds whether to go on the bounce or go for the full. Nevertheless, they end with a flourish, and this means that they get to 63 for 7 in their 10 over Star Cricket at a net run rate of 6.30. Only 9 extras bowled. Some resistance shown there by Shafi. Otherwise, It's been a very sturdy batting card. 8, 0, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1 and 9. All batters in single digits but for one batter. It's been a very, very professional bowling effort.
Discipline in bowling, taking 2 wickets for 4 in 2 overs. Anish setting the tone in company with Ajay Kumar, getting 1 wicket for 8 in 2 overs. 4 overs of outstanding swing bowling display. And then Shani coming in and contributing with a wicket as well, and wicket for Shamshir as well. And Shobi is the captain, bowling the final over and taking 2 wickets for 10 in his 2 overs as well. So it's absolutely brilliant with ball in hand after putting the opposition in 63 for 7. That's what they've been able to collect in their stipulated quota of 10 overs. That was the only blemish in the field, not quite deciding whether to go for one bounce or go for the catch as well, eventually conceding a boundary. Shobis was the only the bowler who suffered the feat losing the boundary. Before that, Shafi hitting 3 sixes, especially against the bowling of Subin through the onside, using his wrist to great effect to dispatch it over the mid-wicket boundary of the very first delivery of his spell to put him under pressure, and then short of length delivery and excellent bat speed and connection, and thumping it through the onside for a 6. And the best came when the medium pacer was introduced, shimming down the pitch, holding his shape and thumping it straight down the ground, straight onto the side screen for a 6. Plenty of wickets, 7 wickets in 10 overs. Wickets started to fall from the over number 1, Mikhail.
Oh yes, it was a procession in the middle, no resistance whatsoever, and all the batters just followed each other to the dugout. It began with Anis striking up front with a wonderful in-swinger into the right-handed batter. Big gap between bat and pad, just trying to drive a back-of-the-lane delivery, and he was castled. Anis continued his good work, this time getting an outside edge as well, as the batter gave the charge and didn't quite get behind it, only to walk back to the dugout. Ajay too joined the party this time. The batter not getting underneath this one, and a very fine catch at long off under pressure. Came running in to take that one. It was that passage of play where Anis and Ajay completely tightened things in the middle. Then it was Shani getting an outside edge. The batter was not too impressed with the decision, standing his ground, thought he was and he should have been there for longer time. Then of course this was a very smart piece of bowling, taking the pace off it, only to be trapped in front. And this is where Legends Cricket stood out this evening. They used a lot of mind, imagination. Captain Shobis then just keeping it simple. On this occasion it was Shafi giving the charge and missing it. The danger man was heading back to the dugout. Once again Shobi struck. He kept things tight and simple. You miss, I hit. Cross-batted shots being played. The shot selection was poor and wickets fell in a heap.
Brilliant performance in the bowling department. 63 for 7, that's what they've been able to score. We take a short break. When we come back, we will have the chase on for you.
Welcome back. We are live from the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Legends Cricket Club in pursuit of 64 in the 10 overs to consolidate their position in the points table and break into the top 2 as well for the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, Star CC batting first, managed only 63. All set for ball number 1. Field restrictions in play. And he goes off in style. Up and over the backward point that's going towards the boundary line. That'll be cut off as Legend CC are off the mark with 2 runs over the backward point region.
Well, the boundary protection available on the onside at mid-wicket and long on position, slightly wider outside the off stump. With field up, decided to take that risk of getting it over the top of backward point, and the intentions are clear. They want to win it and want to win it quickly as possible.
Oh yes, Devendra, they want to win it in rapid time. A lot of thinking here for Joman George. He understands wickets is the order of play. The captain has decided to take matters in his own hand. He's opening the bowling for his side. A change in field once again. Long off, pushes back to the circle.
And men at the deep mid-wicket position on the onside.
Giving the charge this time on the mid-wicket region. Another single, as you rightly pointed out. Intentions clear here by Legend CC. They want to get to the target in quick time and boost their net run rate in their bid to make it to the top 2.
Ooredoo presents QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022, match number 19. Batting first after put into bat. It was a shambolic performance in the batting department for the team Star CC, getting only 63 for 7, 64 to win. And the intentions clear, batters with positive outset there in the centre. 3 without loss in the first over. And Ajay will have the strike now. It's a wide. Great to have an all-rounder who opens the bowling and opens the batting as well. We haven't seen many all-rounders doing this thing before in the history of the game.
It'll be interesting to see his approach. I just get the impression that he's been sent with a rollout here. Both these batters may just be batting out of their comfort zone this evening. That's because you get the impression with their stance and with their approach in the middle is that they're on the lookout for runs. Attack will be the best form of defense.
Get long on in place there, or rather Stratis deep mid-wicket in position. This time he gets the edge, but flies to the man at the backward point.
That's a much better line adopted by Jomon. Ooredoo presents QCA Ramadan T10 Cup powered by Elite Sports. We are coming to you live from the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, and that's been played flick towards the fine leg region. Looking for the second, they'll settle for 1.
Looking for runs. When boundary is not available, looking to work the ball into the gap. Plenty of spaces available on the onside for the left-hand batter, taking a single, taking the score to 5 without loss. No pressure at all on the batting department when you need just 64 to win, 10 wickets in hand in 60 deliveries. Outstanding job in the bowling department, and now batters want to. This time he swings it away on the onside. Has that gone over the boundary? It seems it has. It's gone for a 6. 6 coming in the first over itself.
Just nicely got behind and underneath this one. Just shuffled a wee bit in the crease as well. It was bowled at a very good length for the batter. And once he connected that, that was the 6 over the cow corner region. And what a start here. Just waiting for confirmation as well. Was that a 4 or a 6?
This time he hits the ball hard down the ground with mid-off up in the circle. It's been dispatched away to the boundary for 4.
You can't keep Shani out of action this evening. Batter ball. He's just making it count. Once again, a flighted delivery, tossed up delivery, and that's been muscled down the ground for a 4. That had a lot of power behind it.
(13) for no wicket. Gorgeous stadium, this amenity. This facility here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, located on the outskirts of the city. Lights flickering in the backdrop as well. The industrial area and on the outskirts. Fantastic facilities here for cricket. The outfield, the stadium facilities, outstanding. What they need, a lot of cricket here.
One which is really happening. We've had as many as 31 matches already being planned for the QCA Ramadan T10 Cup. And the domestic calendar is going to be packed, I believe, with lots more cricket being planned by the Qatar Cricket Association. This is a very fine initiative taken by them, and everyone's been given an opportunity to showcase their skills and talent, and maybe just raise their hand and impress the selectors as well.
Joman conceding 13 from the first over. What a start in the chase for the team legends.
51 needed in 64 deliveries. This is a straightforward equation. Mid on, mid off, up in the circle. Third man and fine leg in position. Short third man as well. That's more of a slip in place, Devendra, because you have third man in position. Third man is on the ropes.
Also the man in the slip position, flying slip in position for the top edge maybe to a short lifting delivery.
Outside edge, down to third man, just as you were talking about that fielder being placed for that particular occasion. I just like the approach over here. Ajay is happy giving strike to Shani, and Shani is not missing out on the scoring opportunities.
Excellent player against the medium paces in particular. On to 11 of just 4 deliveries. Bold, impressive spell as well. And great to have all-rounders opening the batting for the team Legends Cricket Club. Ajay 2 of 3, Shani 11 of 4. Still the field remains the same.
Abdul Hutta, can he get them a breakthrough? Legends Cricket Club running away with this game at the moment. Field position being altered. Every delivery at the moment, mid-wicket comes into position. Fine legs up in the circle. Oh, that's been hit down the ground once again. Just looking one to go over the infield. The restrictions are in place. And Shani is in a hurry.
Overcommitment into the stroke. Wanted to bludgeon it down the ground. Not quite timing it well. That's the key. Should be concentrating on timing and placement rather than going hard at the ball. This time he pulls it away. Not quite making connection. It's a wide again.
What I've liked about Shani this evening is the approach. Anything short, he's ready to pull. Anything close, he's ready to play it over the infield. He's come out with a plan, and it's been working well for Legends at the moment.
Sense of determination in action. Complete commitment into stroke play. This time around, he pulls the ball away on the onside. Not quite getting the timing. Whenever they're pitching the ball around back of length region, timing has been an issue so far in this competition for the batters. And it comes slowly off the turf.
Oh yes, there is. But what we've not seen today is variable bounce. Today it's been an even bounce. The surface has played well. Just that sometime it has stopped while coming onto the batter. Just gripping, and that's what's creating a little bit of doubt. This time it's Ajay who decides to go over the top. He's put that away in fine style, using the field restrictions to best advantage. 4 more.
Brilliant stroke. Standing tall and then just whacking it over the top of the man at the point position and down to the boundary for 4. Good confident hit. Was in complete control of execution of that particular shot, getting it over the top of the man for 4.
Edged in the air, but that'll fall in the gap. Very good delivery. Just holding its line on this occasion.
Also not coming that well from the surface. It's holding in the pitch, and hence timing became the issue on that occasion. A little bit of extra lift as well. getting the leading edge but going into the gap on the offside. That's the situation here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. This time around, he pulls it away. Not quite getting the timing right. Short lifting delivery on the leg stump.
Legends Cricket Club are in a hurry. They want to make little work of 64. Another very fine over, productive over for the batting side. 2 overs gone. It's 23 for no loss. Legends in pursuit of 64. And Ajay and Shani are doing a very good job on top.
A strong batting lineup as well. Showbiz and Russell and Jitesh, even Jibu can bat. So powerful batters to come. Off to a very good start. 23 for no wicket. How many overs will they take to attain this target in order to boost their net run rate for that quarter-final qualification? Saturday evening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium under lights. Change in bowling as well from the QCA end, persisting with the medium paces rather than trying to do something extraordinary, bringing the spinner on.
Litton to bowl the second, third over. This is the final over for the power play. I expect Shani to just make the most of the occasion.
39 to win now from 8 overs. Litton into the attack with third man on the boundary, and a fine leg is up in the circle. Square leg is also coming up in the circle. Mid wicket is inside the circle as well. Pulled it away straight to the man at mid wicket, and the catch is taken, and Litton has struck off his very first delivery, and Shani, the batsman who was playing some adventurous shots, has gone for 15.
Shani was taking his chances in this innings of his. Didn't quite get in position. The ball hitting the shoulder of the bat, a little higher on the bat on this occasion. Very soft dismissal. Anish with a very good catch. He should have closed the phase on this occasion, but didn't quite execute it the way he would have wanted to. His quick fire knock has to come to an end. Shani departs for 15 off 8. Legends lose their first wicket at the score of 25.
It's not going to put additional pressure on the batsmen because they know that they do not require many runs to win. Going at great rate at the moment, 25 for 1. It's about continuing with the same game plan of attacking from both ends. Ajay is still there steady on 7 of 5. And Jitesh has walked out to bat, sporting the jersey number 46.
There's enough batting. Legends have what they are in search of is those quick runs to give their net run rate a boost. But a much needed breakthrough here for Star Cricket. Remember, they've been playing catch up from the time they lost the toss this evening.
Looking the way he's rehearsing his strokes at the moment at the crease, it looks like another solid batsman at the crease in Jitesh. Still persisting with the same field, the third man on the boundary, man at the backward point, man at cover point, extra cover, and mid off on the offside. Fine leg is almost as a flying leg slip on the onside for that airborne flick.
Some very unconventional field setting out here. But the bowlers know best what they need to set for themselves, and so do the captains. Litton with the wicket of his very first ball. Nicely bowled once again. A dot ball. We've not seen this in the innings of Legend so far.
This reminds me that incident that happened when Sandeep Patil, the Mumbaikar, the former India international, was the coach of the Kenya cricket team in the 2003 ICC One Day World Cup. In 2003 World Cup, where they devised the plan to trap Tendulkar through the onside. And they had that fieldsman at place at the flying slip position on the onside, and they've been successful in executing that plan as well. It's a different case that Tendulkar was well past 80 in that innings.
Yeah, that is one area most bowlers would chance their arm against Sachin Tendulkar, around the corridor of uncertainty, be it Fanny de Villiers or James Anderson. That was his strength, and that's where they thought of also getting a wicket out of it. But Jitesh, in his first two shots, defensive shots, has presented the full face of the bat. Down the ground this time, just past the bowler, beats the fielder at mid-off as well, and the fielder had long gone to, gives up the chase. That's a very good 4 under pressure. He played it on the up, that was quickly hurried on to him, but he was in position.
Forearm smashed down the ground for 4. The fieldsman at the mid-off position was beaten by the pace of that ball rushing away from him. 4 and down the line. Tennis shot there on display from Jitesh as he opens his account with a boundary.
Just trying to be cheeky on this occasion, just steer it down to third man. You don't want to do anything risky at the moment. You want to win it comprehensively, comfortably, with good enough deliveries at your disposal, and that's what legends should be looking at.
29 for 1. Jitesh 4-4. Search for wicket continues. A wicket already from this over, but they need many more. This time watchfully played through the offside, will take a single and will retain the strike as well. Jitesh is on to 5, will have the strike as a mandatory 3 overs power play has been completed. 30 for 1. Different graphs altogether. One is taking it along the road and then taking off. But plenty of wickets for the team. Stars early on, and then they could never recover from that position. And for the team, legends shooting off like launching a missile. 30 for 1 after 3 overs. They're stroking the ball beautifully, scoring at the rate of 10 runs per over. Nitin, who picked up a wicket from the previous over. Shafi, the only shining light in the batting unit, has been introduced now into the bowling attack as well.
Oh yes, Devinder, the only bright spot here for Stars this evening has been Shafi. With the bat, he got 20, quick fire. Can he get a few wickets, a couple of wickets here? And they could just raise some hopes of what looks like an unlikely win for them at the moment.
Also net run rate. Stars, if they lose by less margin or they consume so many deliveries in this process of getting the runs, it will help to their cause as well. So it's about delaying the inevitable for the team. Star CC in the bowling unit.
Oh yes, you want to delay this win, absolutely. You want to get them closer to that 10 over mark. And even if you're going down, you want to give a fight and throw the challenge back at your opposition. At the moment, Legends looking good. The Swan keeping slightly low.
Also the kind of confidence that you carry if they qualify for the quarter-final on the basis of net run rate. The Star CC, they would like to win, to give a good account of themselves, to feel good before getting into the next contest. 2 dot balls. So good start in bowling from Shafi now from the Industrial. And in this time he's beaten outside the off stump, and that will be signaled as a wide as well.
Extras will be a problem. And Stars Cricket Club will need to be very, very careful with that. They can't concede too many runs courtesy extras.
Can they take one more wicket for the team? Shafi from the far end. And this time looking to ride the bounce. Not quite in control of the stroke there. Bit of extra bounce.
Oh, he's bending his back here, Shafi. He's generating some pace. Good carry off the surface. Just goes to show how true it's played. What the batters are hesitating to do is just play forward. All playing within their crease at the moment. And that's putting them in an awkward situation. or rather position.
Shafi into ball to Jitesh, and Jitesh is back and is punching the ball away. Punching the ball away for 4. What a delightful cricket shot.
That was punched off his back foot. Oh, lovely shot behind backward point, this one. Just using the pace, the timing on that, impeccable, and the placement also.
Sachin Tendulkar playing that punch stroke in the test match in 1991-92 in that England tour, when there was a lot of questioning about his technique. Jeffrey Bycott making comment that these players who've been grown up in Asian conditions, the bottom end and everything came into context with that lovely punching stroke of the bowling of Angus Fraser to get to his first test match century at the Oval Ground in England. Was that at Old Trafford?
Short and wide, just flashing his blade at it. Not in position to play that one, but very lucky to get away there, Shafi.
He's been able to beat the bat on a couple of occasions as well in this over, but a fine stroke, a punch of the back foot in T10. It's a rarity.
Oh yes, anything along the ground.
Standing outside the crease. Shafi to Jitesh, and this time he pushes the ball through the offside, will take a single and will retain the strike as well. 4 overs bowled. It's 36 for 1.
Just like the approach here by Jitesh. He got the boundary and then was quick to steal the single and retain strike as well. Shani departed for 15 and 8. He raised some excitement in the middle by playing some wonderful hits. Jitesh has walked in with great approach. He is in an aggressive mood as well. Ajay Kumar happy playing second fiddle and rotate the strike.
After domination with ball, we will have one more match after this as well. Crowd is filtering in to witness that match under lights here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. 4 overs gone, 36 for 1. How many more overs will they take to get over the line? That is the only question. Otherwise, win seems inevitable for the team. Legends from this position in the game. Azharuddin has been introduced into the bowling attack, has already taken a wicket in this competition from the QCA end.
Once again, just bowling it around the corridor of the uncertainty area that we talk about, middle and off. Nicely played off his back foot. Jitesh has looked very good this evening. I just like the way he's presented the full face of the bat, just like the way he's got behind the ball. He's played some wonderful cricketing shots in the middle.
He has looked impressive so far with his technique, with his forward and backward play as well. His shots have been cultural stroke rather than agriculture shots, or whack through the onside or something like that. But he's looking quite good. He's going right behind the line of the ball and he's covering the movement well.
Short and wide this time. Played towards the backward point region. Misfield. They'll settle for 2. That should have been stopped. Star cricket a little sloppy in the field this evening. Another very fine shot coming off the blade of Jitesh.
If you bat, or especially if you feel at the backward point position, anticipation is key. Where the ball is coming, slicing that ball and not quite getting the direction right on that time, the fieldsman, and hence conceding a couple of runs here. Azharuddin to Jitesh, and Jitesh is back and is pushing the ball back to the bowler.
How pleasantly the ball has left Jitesh's bat this evening. He's played in his crease, played around the offside region, punched one towards backward point for a 4, rotated the strike. He's kept that scoreboard ticking.
This time he's punching the ball. He can afford to play this kind of play because he's not getting many boundaries away and there is no additional pressure of taking singles as well. He can afford to play this because of the score that they are chasing at the moment. Imagine chasing 120. Can't play this brand of cricket here in T10.
This time gives it a wild swing as well. Thought of just pulling it from where he was standing. This has been a top over by Azharuddin. Just 2 runs conceded of it, and this is where legends will need to keep in mind the net run rate will be a very important aspect as they chase this target of 64.
That has always been a problem for classical batters, coming out of the shelf life that they live at the crease, the composure, the overview that they have about their own batting technique and other things. Here they need to score runs, generate runs. 5 overs have been bowled here, and they've been able to get 38 for 1. The Star CC bowlers, only Lithin, the successful bowler, 1 for 5 in solitary over. 15 coming from the first over, setting the tone in the batting department. And now 38 for 1. Just 2 runs coming from the previous over. And Shafi just conceding 6 from his solitary over. Can he get a couple of wickets here?
Star Cricket fighting hard, but they're fighting against time and the inevitable change in field. Fine leg pushes back. There's a deep sweeper cover in position, long on, long off, and a deep square leg as well. Single towards covers, rather backward point.
Most of the fieldsmen stationed on the edge of the 30-yard circle, so it's gentle push through the offside or onside. They can collect these singles quite easily. The strike rotation hasn't been a problem for the team. Legends in the chase, 13, 9 for 1. And in between they've been able to get some boundaries away as well. Deep square in position. Fine leg is back inside the 30-yard circle.
Just get the impression Jitesh has just got into that shell of his where he's not been able to find the gaps. 12 and 18 for him. Yes, they don't have a big target to chase, but he will not want to put pressure on the non-striker Ajay.
Finding placement is the most important requirement when you play those delightful shots. The likes of Lara and Tendulkar for around 20 years at international stage, they were successful in picking the gaps. This time around, he makes a decent connection and gets 4.
Oh yes, finally he breaks the shackles. That was short and wide, and he's cut that away in fine style. The placement as well, and that was bludgeoned through the offside region.
Slaughtered into the ground and away to the boundary for 4. Eventually had to summon his power rather than the timing and technique, which is very essential in T10 version of the game.
Once again, just bowling it short and wide. It's the line that's helping the batters at the moment. Easy pickings here for Jitesh and Ajay.
He's consistently bowling back up length and outside the off stump as well. Fraction shot, it gives a lot of time to the batter to adjust and place the ball where they want to. Single, dot, 4, single again into his second over. 12 for no wicket. Shafi searching for his first wicket in this innings from the industrial street end. Talking about taking the league forward, they need to improve upon their offside play before they play the next edition. They need to adjust to the pitch conditions as well on turf wickets. Hopefully the QCA will provide them a lot of opportunities to play season cricket and not even season the opportunity to play the game of cricket on turf wickets. This time down the leg side, wide signal by the umpire.
Oh, what a learning curve this has been for the BNC division players. It's been that kind of an opportunity where the kind of exposure and platform they've been given by the Qatar Cricket Association will serve the domestic health and culture so much more in the coming years.
You can have some players playing in different setup, coming in and helping the Qatar cricket. That's all right. Like we have seen over the years, this time around there will be few runs here. Just settling for a single. If you look at the, for example, Ireland cricket, they produce some outstanding players who spent a lot of time in county cricket. They helped the county cricket. They developed there, and some of the players, left the country. They played for England, for example. Morgan went on to become the captain of English side and went on to lift the Cricket World Cup as well. 21 of 23. That's the partnership being dominated by Jitesh. But you need your own structure, infrastructure, to develop and keeping the interest of the players as well in that system, that you can thrive in these conditions in this country as well. That belief has to be given to the players.
And Devinder, what this cricket board is showing, the QCA cricket board is showing, vision and supervision. This has been the highlight of this committee. They have the vision of taking Qatar cricket to another level, and it's being supervised and governed by some very fine minds and visionaries. The 5 wise men that you talk about is actually working on a particular plan for the next 1 full calendar year.
Hosting one event or 3 or 4 days event and bringing all the superstars from the world cricket, it's all right. It's good for marketing and good for some entertainment. But in order to strengthen the cricket, it's important to give opportunities to the players from all background and all community and at every level to play and experience and then look to find the talent from there and start the supply chain from the very low level.
Absolutely. Nicely played it behind back. What a point. Very poor fielding effort. They'll keep that to 1. But I just like the way he used the pace of the ball on this occasion, opened the face of the bat and played it behind backward of point.
Because every player who went on to represent the national sides was a mature player at the beginning, at the club level, then at the B division, C division. It's a natural progression for any player. It's about development, infrastructure in place for development of a player.
As they say, every champion is once a beginner, and that's how it all starts. You start small. He's played that towards the cover point region once again. An unorthodox shot, more of a tennis forehand.
And taking runs in the process as well too. 49 for 1 on the words of victory. The legends looking to ascertain their place in the quarterfinal with a huge win here. This time he pulls the ball away on side, not quite making the connection. Attempted pull, resulting in a dot ball. Within taking 1 wicket for 8 runs so far into second over. And Jitesh is betting on 19 of 22. Ajay, 10 of 9. They need 15 more runs to win in 3.3 overs here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. And here is Lithin from the QC end into bowl to Jitesh. And Jitesh trying to work through the onside. Appeal for LBW. It's not entertained by the umpire, and the batters will walk through for a single. A leg by is signaled by the umpire. And it's 50 up for the legends in the chase inside 7 overs. They started with a flurry of boundary, but after that there has been some control exercise by the bowling unit here by the team Star CC, looking to delay this inevitable as much as they can in order to have a little bit of chances for their team for the qualification for the quarterfinals as well. Here it goes again this time. Ajay is not quite there in position to play that shot. That is a dot ball eventually. Third man for a left-hand batter. Fine leg is up in the circle, man at the square leg position, and a man at the long on the onside. And long off is placed as well, and man at the backward point on the boundary. This time takes the edge, but there is a protection on the boundary, and there will be a single. And that marks the end of the 7th over. It's 51 for 1. Legends in the chase. They need 64 runs to win. Now 14 more runs required in 18 deliveries here. Lithin bowling 2 overs. Very good spell, taking 1 wicket for 9. They needed better performance in the batting department. Batters not responding to the call today evening, and hence bowlers can't do much about it. After getting up to a flying start, they have been in control of the proceeding and scoring at a higher rate as well. Azharuddin just conceding 2 from his first over from the industrialist street end, with wants to make a change in the field. Got men at the third man on the boundary, point on the boundary, men at the long off region on the boundary, and a fine leg is up in the circle, 30th circle. Still not sure about the placing of the field. Now from left arm over the stumps, and in short ball it's been pulled away, and it's been pulled away magnificently for 6. Good shot this, fixed the length early with his military medium pace, dropped it shot, was waiting for this opportunity for quite some time, and then helped on its way with the angle and a fine connection, taking it over the boundary for a 6. 6 of the very first delivery. Now 7 more runs to win, and here is Azharuddin, left arm over the stumps, but the batter was not ready to face the delivery. 7 of 17 deliveries, and here is Azharuddin into ball to Ajay, and Ajay trying to work the ball through the onside. He gets the inside edge and ball travels to the boundary for 4. First 6 and now 4. Not in complete control of this particular shot. It's drifting on the mid lane of stump, and it's been worked behind the square on the onside for 4. On the verge of victory here. A couple of exciting shots. 1-6 and now a 4. They need 3 more runs to win. Can they finish the contest in this over? Short ball this time. He's going back. He's cutting it away to the boundary. It's gone for 4. 6-4-4. And that's a victory for the team as well. A commanding victory in the chase. Fraction shot outside the off stump, gave room to himself, and then he squeezed that ball out behind the square on the offside for 4. A series of boundary resulting in a victory for the team Legend CC, winning by 9 wickets in 7.3 overs. Ajay Kumar took his time and played some classical strokes, 25 of just 14 deliveries. And Shani, quickfire 15 of 8, setting the tone in the innings with some attacking stroke play, and Jitish 19 of 23. And series of boundaries in the 8th over, resulting in a win by 9 wickets for the team Legend CC. All the bowlers suffered. They did not have much to bowl in this particular contest. Only the successful bowler was Lithin, taking 1 wicket for 9 in 2 overs. And rest of the bowlers couldn't do much about in this particular game. In 7.3 overs, they've been able to achieve the target. That's the match summary. 63 for 7, a meager total on board, which was eventually confidently chased down by the team Legend CC. 65 for 1, winning by 9 wickets. Ajay contributing 25 of just 14, and 19 came from the blade of Jitesh of 23. So a fine victory for the team Legend CC in match number 19 in the competition. There is one more match scheduled, but few boundaries in the process of getting to this total, just giving room to himself and smashing it through the offside. A powerfully struck shot through that region, and then this dropping it short, which was cleared eventually over the top of the man at point and down to the boundary for 4. One straight down the ground, one through the offside, and then using his forearms to great effect and adding a lot of power behind that stroke, beating the 2 fielders and getting the boundary down the ground as well. Then again, that was the shot of the match, shot of the tournament, the punch of the back foot in T10. It's a rarity, but it was executed quite well by Ajay Kumar today. And then just dropping it short again, slaughtering it. That ball was chopped fiercely by the batter and picked up the boundary, and then just fraction shot outside the upper stump, and the field was spread out, managed to hit the gap. He struggled for his placement initially, but once he started getting some runs, he grew in confidence in the batting department. 63 for 7 in 10 overs, and easy chase in the end for the team Legend CC, winning by 9 wickets. Ajay 25 of 14, and Jitesh contributing 19 of 23, and few sixes as well in the process of getting to this total. When it dropped it full, it was launched over the onside field for a 6. Good pickup stroke, and then there's a fraction shot which was pulled magnificently in the 8th over. 2 sixes in this contest, which is what good enough for the team Legend CC to register an emphatic victory by 9 wickets. There's 1 wicket fall in this second innings. Trying to whack the ball through the onside was compromise for the room, and getting the top part of the bat as well, and finding the fielder at the mid-wicket position. That's the only wicket fall. So that's been the situation. A comprehensive victory for the team Legend CC, and they stand a very good chance of qualifying for the quarter-final. There is one more match to go before that, the presentation. But that's where they find themselves in after the completion of this match. 3 matches, Legend CC with 4 points at 1.8. Still their net run rate is quite good. Star CC getting 4 points as well with this thumping victory, giving boost to their net run rate as well, 1.24. And Nihal CC and Pak Afghan almost out of the competition. Nihal CC will have to win by a big margin to have any chances for qualification for the quarter-final. That's the standing in the Group C at the moment. We will have the presentation and the toss for the next match as well in a short while from now. Good evening everyone and welcome for the post-match presentation of the first match, the match number 19 of the competition. It was a comprehensive victory for the team legends and almost ensuring their place in the quarterfinal as well. To make the presentation, the man of the match presentation will be made by Amin Ul Islam, who is the match referee in this game as well. Amin, please join us. Thank you very much. There were plenty of performances in the bowling department as well as in the batting department as well. But the man of the match has been given for his all-round performance, taking one wicket for just 8 runs in 2 overs and also contributing 25 of 14 deliveries. Ajay Kumar, the man of the match. Outstanding with his swing bowling as well as his batting performance as well. Playing some classical strokes and especially the shot that he managed to play it through the extra cover of the back foot was remarkable. So outstanding display in the batting department and also great exhibition of swing bowling, taking a wicket as well. Yeah, so you promised a performance with ball and bat and you delivered it tonight. Must be super happy.
Oh, extremely happy with the performance. I think the entire team pitched an amazing bowling performance. I think we won the match in the first 4 overs. Very tight bowling. We had a plan, we stuck to it. We stuck to bowling to our fields and you can see the results.
You bat in a classical mould, and was it difficult to become a bit more adventurous after getting into this because you had the luxury of amount of runs that you knew that you were chasing there?
Yeah, I mean, chasing small totals are always very tricky, so you have to take a bit of risk. I just wanted to play the supporting role and get my eye in before I can go up. We have some really good power hitters in our team who can take the score up really quickly, but thankfully it came off and I was able to get some good blows in the end.
And swing bowling in T10 wasn't the game. Anis in particular, your partner, also contributing with that swing bowling, taking wickets as well.
Yeah, I mean, the ball was moving around quite a bit in the first 4 overs and I think both of us were able to use it really well. Good movement into and outside for the left-handers. So, I mean, just a dream performance for both of us.
We have seen variable totals in this tournament. What's your assessment about the surface, because you bowled and you batted as well?
So I think from all the 3 games that we've played now, the wicket is acting a bit uneven at times. I think the runs need to be scored in the power play, but as you can see, if you put the ball in the right areas and you're able to swing it, it is difficult to score runs. We prefer, as a team, we would prefer chasing totals because we have an idea of what risk to take. So thankfully it paid off today.
Almost through for the quarterfinal. All the best for the rest of the tournament.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. So that was Ajay Kumar with his performance with bat and ball, and he's been chosen as the man of the match as well. That concludes the presentation here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. One more match to go after this, so stay tuned.